Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, I just want to say I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season, and I can't wait for you guys to see all the new content I have for you guys for the channel coming up. Now, as I said before, these videos, they're gonna basically center around everything that I've done from 2021 and now in this case 2023. I know they might seem a bit out of date, but I still at least want to get this footage out there for you guys so that I can show you what I've been doing over those past couple years, and hopefully for this year I might get some new stuff out for you guys. But for this year specifically, it's all gonna be playing catch up so I can get all the 2021 and 2023 videos out done for you guys. And actually, as a matter of fact, by the time I'm recording this, as I alluded to before, I had a little iPad situation, but as of right now, it's finally done. I got a new iPad, it's finally up and running, and very soon I will be starting to edit the past vlogs that I mentioned, and hopefully for this year I can get through them a little bit faster, so I can't wait for you guys to see those. But for today, I thought maybe we can switch things up a little bit and actually do a little review video. I haven't done a review video since my Black Panther Komoyo Beats video. That was like, geez, that was like 5 years ago. I can't believe it's been that long. But today I wanted to show you guys something that I recently got from Disney World, and as you can tell, this is Guardians of the Galaxy related. This is the Benetar that you might recall from Avengers Infinity War, Endgame, Thor Love and Thunder. And when I visited what was it, Cosmic Rewind at Epcot, which is, by the way, one of the best roller coasters I've ever been on. Probably one of my favorite Disney attractions ever. Probably the best Epcot attraction there. When I saw this die-cast model of the Benetar online, and actually when I visited the Treasures of Xandar shop in some of my, I think I mentioned in one of my videos that I haven't edited yet, I said that this was definitely my favorite ship that the Guardians have ever used throughout the MCU. And I'm still a little bit torn that, once they got to the holiday special and then volume 3, they replaced it with the what was it, the Bowie. The Bowie's fine, and of course the Milano is classic, but for this ship in particular, it kind of holds the qualities of the Milano a little bit, but I think, from the color design of when we first saw it in Infinity War, it and also with the song that they play from that dramatic entrance. With Rubber Band Man by the Spinners, which apparently has become one of my favorite songs. Again, honestly, it instantly became my favorite. I don't know why, but it somehow stuck with me for some reason. And apparently, this is still the ship that they use in the Cosmic Rewind attraction, and apparently in the Mission Breakout ride over at California Adventure, which is in what was it, Avengers Campus. They still use the Milano, I think, in that final shot, but for the Benetar they still use it for Cosmic Rewind. So I'm pretty surprised that they at least by the time when they were making the films, they kept the ships consistent throughout. And apparently, as of right now, I don't know if there's gonna be a third Guardians attraction in any Disney park, that they will probably use the Bowie at this point. But I'm glad that they kept these two in either Disney park. So as a matter of fact, let's take a look around the box, and then also we'll unbox it so that we can get a better look. And honestly, right now I can't wait to get started. All right, so here is the box that's packaged in. Apparently, they labeled it as Guardian ship. Now, like I said before, this is called the Benetar, which is named after Pat Benetar. I don't know why they didn't take the liberty to put the Benetar on the label, because if you go to the Treasures of Xandar at Disney, they do have the Milano die-cast model, and they do label it as the Milano, but again, like I said, for some reason they don't label the Benetar on this one. I don't know if it's a licensing issue or something, but when I was looking through the box, I probably didn't open this up all the way, but I did find the Benetar was actually labeled. I'm probably gonna put that on screen right now because I'm not gonna show you the full thing right here as I'm recording right now. But I don't know why they did that. It's such a weird choice. But oh, I think on here what's labeled right here in the Xandarian language. As a matter of fact, if I can get it closer in frame, I believe if I recall, because I managed to translate some of the Xandarian language from the ride and maybe on some of the merchandising. I believe this is saying the broker's collection, because if you remember from volume 1, the broker that was seen in the first movie, he you know, Star-Lord tried to sell off the orb which contained the Power Stone. He met up with the broker in the first movie, and it's nice that, you know, in the for the ride he actually has his own store in Epcot. So for the main Wonders of Xandar pavilion, he actually has a store dedicated to him. And as we go into the back, you can actually see the ship in this display right here. Oh, and this little description right here, it does say this M-class spaceship used by the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers. So I'm you know what, as a matter of fact, before I move on from here, I'm glad that they reference the Avengers, because the Avengers used the ship in Endgame. I'm super glad that they put in that detail. Even though Cosmic Rewind and Avengers Campus around the world is set to take place in a different timeline within the MCU multiverse, I'm not sure if the events of Endgame still apply to our timeline, especially, basically when we're living in right now, aside from the films that we see. But it's still nice that they referenced it, but for timeline wise, I don't know if it, you know, if that still works. But again, that's probably beyond me at this point. Oh yeah, as we continue to read on, and it does mention that it became the Guardian's main ship after, spacecraft after the damaged Milano was left behind on Bearheart. So they do reference what became of the Milano in Volume 2. So that's a very, very nice detail. Actually, speaking of details, as a matter of fact, let me readjust myself here. The paneling on, actually, I don't know if this is paneling, but the details on the box, especially with this part right here, the texture, it feels very real. It's like maybe some of the wall designs that you would actually see throughout the queue of Cosmic Rewind. It really is pretty cool. It feels, like I said, it feels very real. Actually, through the light, and I don't know if it's gonna be really good on camera, but actually I'm looking at it right now. The light, it's beaming off it very, very nicely. I really like it. So I'm kind of glad that, I'm impressed that they went with this design detail, because, you know, the pavilion itself has a lot of gray and purple, and actually it looks pretty cool. And also, if you're willing to purchase this when you go to Disney anytime soon, it is definitely under $15. So I'm gonna say that's a very good price. All right, so now let's get this out of the box and let's get the display together so that we can look at it more closely. All right, so here is the Benetar right outside the box, and I must say, if I can take it off the stand real quick, I must say the detail, it does look pretty good. Although I must say, I must say my only complaint about this is when I first looked at this online, especially on, as you can tell from the picture on the back of the box, it's supposed, I mean, yeah, all of this right here is supposed to mimic a gray color, but from what I've seen online, especially on I think one video that I found on YouTube, I can't remember the user's name, but I'm gonna display that on screen. Um, Especially when I'm looking at this on camera, it almost looks gray, but when you look at it in person, it's sort of giving a purple-ish color to it. I don't know why it was I don't know why it's like that. I don't know why it appears to be that way, but but um but the design of it, it still looks it does look pretty cool. It does mimic not mimic, excuse me. It does resemble the ship that we see in the films, especially with the oh, as a matter of fact, with the cockpit windows. I think on the Milano it was they painted it black, but here with the Benetar it's very very blue. I think that's sky blue, or maybe that's, I don't know what type of blue that is, but that looks pretty clear. Underneath you got the two main thrusters on there, and it's pretty cool. It looks really really nice, but actually they feel nice too. I think this one, I think before the Guardians got the Bowie, this was probably the most powerful ship that they got at the time. Oh yeah, the wings have a nice detail too. Now I think another complaint, and I'm gonna stay right here. Oh, excuse me. Um, I think the bottom wings, and well, actually both of the wings on each side, yeah, they do not fold, they do not rotate in any way, just like in the films. I wish that was the case when they made this, but again, this is a die-cast model, so it's not gonna give any extra movement with it, as far as I can tell. And the back right here, you got the main boosters themselves, and of course right here they do not extend like we see in the films. So I know when they probably were manufacturing this, they probably couldn't give it a good range of movement from any of its extra features on there. But I'm still okay with it. Trust me, I'm still okay with it. But I wish there was more that you can do with it instead of just holding it in your hand or having it on display, which we'll get to in a minute. But I'm still satisfied with it. It's still pretty cool. Also with the paint job, I must say it's pretty impressive. I must say. I mean, like when I said with the front windows that they painted it to look blue. All the orange, it really does pop off. And also they painted in some extra details, especially with the oh, excuse me, with the engines and thrusters. I'm pretty impressed by that. Oh wait, there we go. It's in focus right now. So the product itself, it looks amazing. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I mean, even though from the nitpicks, I'm still impressed, nonetheless. I mean, but obviously, if you're gonna have it displayed on, say, like your shelf or on your desk, like, one thing for sure is that you can't have it like that. It's probably gonna get scratched up, like whenever you're gonna pick it up and then set it back down. You do not want to do that. So that's why this little stand comes in with the box. And I must say, with the detail, especially with the Guardians logo attached to it, that's a very 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 nice choice. Yeah, here are the two prongs that you have to put underneath the ship. Especially, I don't know if y'all noticed, but there is two holes underneath the bottom of the ship. So this is where you would put the ship on the excuse me, I'm losing my words real quick. This is where you would put it on display, and that's how you would set it down. And you know what's really cool is that from that video that I mentioned, when I first looked at it, I don't know if they were able to figure it out, but when I first looked at it, I didn't realize that the whole, this unit right here, this part of the stand right here, it actually swivels, so you can actually display the ship whenever you, whatever you want. You can actually yeah, you can actually do that. It actually make it bend as if it's doing like a sharp turn. And also on the other side as well. That was something that I was very impressed on discovering. And also you can tilt it down like that. That's very nice. Yeah, for this display, I'm actually really surprised by that. Although one nitpick with this display that I would address is that it depends on how you actually set it down on the base, on this base right here. It depends on, well, actually, I think when you're actually moving the ship, whenever however you want to display it, it's not. I'm not sure if it's that sturdy enough. I think it's from mine that I picked up. And that's my, hold on, let me take the ship off. As a matter of fact, let me place it on top of the box right here. I think for mine, and as a matter of fact, you might have saw it. Yeah, it's not that sturdy enough. I'm trying to, dang it. I try to, oh, excuse me. Try to jam it in there as much as I can. It seems like it's holding enough. But, when I had the ship on top of it, it felt like it just wanted, like there it goes right there. It just wants to, get loose a little bit. I don't know why that's the case for mine. I don't know if anyone else has this issue, but that's just something I realized. But I'm probably gonna get used to that. But as a matter of fact, let's put the ship back on top of there. Oh, but also another thing I want to address. As you know, this is the only position that you would have the ship on when you put it on the display. You do not want to have the ship pointed this way, especially if you turn it from this way to the other end. That's gonna like that. That's gonna make it topple over, and you don't want to scratch the ship up. So I highly suggest that you do not do that. I'm trying to get the ship off there. Yeah, so again, don't ever do that if you're trying to display the ship on here, because like I said, the only way to display it is like that. That's the only way it's supposed to be positioned. But overall, I think this is a very nice item to have, especially if you're a Marvel or a Guardians of the Galaxy, or even a Disney fan in general. This is a nice item to include to your collection. So if you manage to save the galaxy again, and if you stop by the Treasures of Xandar, be sure to pick up the Benetar Die-Cast model. And also, if you want, you can actually pick up the Milano, and you can also pick up the Novacore Star Blaster as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video and review of the Benetar Die-Cast model. If you like it, be sure to hit the thumbs up, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn on notifications, and until then, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.